We will leave here as WGU alumni, and not just with a piece of paper to hang on the wall, but with something much more valuable, a personal, unique version of our story, the WGU story that has the power to change the world around us.
I can't tell you how many times my friends asked me about my courses. Was it hard to do? Could they do it? Were they too old? All of those things. Then they ask, how did I balance everything? And you might be like me, and you had a family. And then you might even have a job. And then you decide to go back to school. Well, the beauty of WGU, you can juggle it all.
Graduates, we have had every reason thrown at us under the sun that would dictate why we should not be here, but yet we are. We represent those who refuse to quit, those who refuse to say it's not the right time, maybe next year, those who understand that their education, their lives, their goals, their dreams are too important to let anything stand in their way in moving forward.
Graduation is super special to me for a lot of different reasons, mainly because I've never graduated. I didn't graduate high school. I've never put on a cap and gown until tomorrow.
College has never been like a huge subject in my family. Like, I'm the oldest, so none of my siblings, it's like I'm kind of one of the first people to do it. So it's important to them, but it's mostly important to me.
I thought that I would never be able to do this, but I was able to succeed with a lot of support from my friends and family. Because of my cerebral palsy, it may take more time to accomplish certain tasks, but I never give up on my dreams or my desire to be treated just like everyone else. I would like to thank the faculty and staff, and Team Cox specifically, for this amazing life achievement and the opportunity to speak on behalf of the students of WGU.
WGU graduates, let's give ourselves a round of applause.
So I got into running as a child, and I was a 13-year-old freshman, and didn't have the greatest form, didn't have some of the things that maybe you needed to win, and somehow, some way, I won the first invitational I was at. That's kind of when I realized that I might be able to compete at a level that many people don't get to. So I took state a few times in high school, and that got me noticed, and we actually won the first women's championship. And so that was pretty exciting that I was a catalyst to that team win. We weren't supposed to win that meet, but we ended up winning the first conference championship. And then, as we continued to run, we found ourselves on the track with the Women's U.S. Olympic team, which was awe-inspiring. We had Alice Brown and Florence Griffith Joyner, also known as FloJo with the nails. It was funny, she was the anchor on the relay, and I was the anchor on the relay, and we competed in the same race. I will say that they finished quite a bit ahead of us, but it was just exciting to be in the presence of some of those Olympic runners. Running has taught me so many valuable lessons. I had goals. I wanted to surpass some of my personal records. I had personal records that I was going after on the track, and then I had some personal challenges in education that I went after. Once I have a goal in front of me, it's hard for me not to focus on that goal and take the time to do what needs to be done to achieve it. I'm certain that the skills and the mindset that I learned as a runner absolutely carried me through to achieve my degree in a pretty reasonable amount of time. What I learned in the management and leadership program has helped me to be a stronger leader and to advise other leaders in our organization on how to be a successful leader and to take care of their people. So it absolutely has helped me with what I do, and I think it will continue to help me, and I'll build upon that.
We are obsessed about the student outcome. You are part of making WGU great, and that's really what we're focused on.
Because what makes all of us family and not strangers is that we've had to overcome adversity.
A college education enables the creation of more pathways to success than experience alone. We must never, never allow the busyness of the day-to-day to become an excuse that robs us of a better tomorrow.
What I have found interesting is, after graduating, is how frequently I come into contact with people who are stuck in their careers, just like I was. When I share with them how the pursuit of an MBA at WGU changed my life, I can see something change in their eyes. I can see hope.
Through a series of lifelong challenges, I began to see not what I was, but what I could become.
With a great job, a great wife, a great life. I want to thank WGU because right here, right now, I am having my movie moment, and it is amazing.
As a teacher, you don't make a lot of money, and oftentimes all that extra money goes into your summertime. The price being right was helpful. I found WGU to be very flexible and affordable.
WGU graduating class of 2016.
I think I was most surprised by how truly focused I had to be, because this program has no true deadlines for your classes. You can get them done as fast or as slow as you need to. But, you learn a lot about yourself. Are you the kind of person that can self-motivate?
I have always had a love of learning, and so I have planned from the day of my high school graduation to get a master's degree.
That was probably the number one thing that I looked for, was a program that was gonna push me to go beyond what I already had done. The information that was taught in the master's program is immediately applicable in the classroom, which was really nice to learn something in your curriculum and then turn around and teach it to my students. I finished my master's in 11 months. I was on that fast track. I know this information, just don't stand in my way kind of a deal, which might not be the face you want, but that's mine. I got exactly what I was looking for from the program.
We should always be striving to make learning more engaging, interactive, and fun. Thank you.
My name is Brittany Pierce. I just graduated with a master's in middle school science education.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thomas and Mack Center. In preparation for the WGU commencement, we ask that you please take your seats, clear the aisles, and silence your cell phones. The commencement ceremony is about to begin in a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 66th commencement ceremony for Western Governors University. Graduates, families, and friends. Graduates, families, and friends, thank you for joining us as we celebrate this special occasion. Our Bachelor ceremony is being recorded and streamed live over the internet. A special welcome to all of our online participants joining us from across the country and around the world. Please stand for the processional and remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you. Please take your seats. We'd like to thank Leah Nicole Carranza from Woodland Hills, California, who is graduating with her Bachelor of Science degree in Marketing Management, for performing our national anthem. Let's give her a round of applause. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my honor to convene the 2018 WGU Commencement in Las Vegas. On behalf of the entire university, we welcome our honored graduates and congratulate you on completing one of life's great achievements. We also extend our warmest welcome to the many family members and friends who are here to support their graduates. That's right, a round of applause. In addition, we want to recognize and welcome the many graduates who, together with their family and friends, are watching this event via our live webcast. There are many others here to celebrate your success. We are joined by our Provost and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Marnie Baker-Stein, and other members of our university leadership team. Standing here, I see the many family and friends of our graduates. It is likely that today would not have been possible without them at your side. In fact, there are over 11,000 guests attending today's ceremonies and many more watching online to support and celebrate you. You are a much-loved crowd. Would all of you, the friends and family of our graduates, please stand up? Please stand up. Graduates, let's put our hands together and give them a round of applause. At WGU, we often have family members graduating together. Could we please have these family members stand and be recognized? This is such a special occasion. Let's give them a round of applause. WGU is honored to be recognized year after year as a military-friendly university. We would like to recognize the military members who are graduating today. Would the graduates who are active duty, reservists, and veterans please stand and be recognized? Thank you so much for your service. Thank you. And last but not least, if you, our students and alumni, are the lifeblood of this institution, then the faculty and staff are its heart. Would our faculty and staff please stand and be recognized? And graduates, many of our faculty and staff have put in such great time and attention to serving you. Would you give them a round of applause? "21 years ago, WGU was officially founded. 19 years ago, WGU enrolled its first student. The university now has more than 110,000 graduates. Since the beginning of this year, WGU has awarded nearly 12,000 degrees. Today, we recognize the achievements of more than 1,500 graduates who are attending these ceremonies in Las Vegas today. Among these, there are 756 individuals receiving their bachelor's degree and 748 receiving their master's degree. You represent 47 states, Canada, the District of Columbia, and military installations overseas. Thank you for being here. It is our privilege to be among you. And now for a few facts about our graduating class. 39% of you are the first in your families to earn a college degree. We extend a special congratulations to you. Your average age is 39, the youngest is 18, and the oldest is 86. 91% of you are over the age of 27, and among you receiving your bachelor's degree, on average, it took 2 years and 4 months. That's quite impressive. Rituals and ceremonies play an important role in our lives. They separate extraordinary moments from the daily flow, moments that have special meaning and should always be remembered. It is an inspiring and uplifting moment to look out and consider your achievement despite the many priorities and challenges that you had to juggle to attain it. You are the reason why we are gathered here today. Today's commencement ritual is an emphatic punctuation that you, our graduates, have set and accomplished a significant goal and are moving on to a new stage in your life. Since you join only about 33% of adults in the U.S. who hold a bachelor's degree, much will be expected of you as you continue on your life's journey, taking leadership roles in your businesses and communities. It has been said that the door of history swings on small hinges. You have made the choice and put forth the effort to obtain a milestone that will change the course of your personal history. You have set an expectation for yourself, your families, and your loved ones. You have lifted your gaze and aspired to greater things. Never forget the privileges and responsibilities of your education. And finally, a sincere thank you for letting all of us at WGU be part of your journey. We are proud of you and know that great things await you. I'm pleased to introduce Helen Thayer, our commencement speaker today. Recognized as one of the great explorers of the 20th century by the National Geographic Society and NPR, Helen is truly a pioneer and trailblazer. In a career that spans the planet and several decades, she travels without guides or support teams in an effort to push herself to reach her goals through dedicated planning and problem solving. A best-selling author, an award winner, Helen shows through example that age is no barrier to achievement. At 50 years old, she became the first woman to travel alone to any of the world's poles when she skied to the magnetic North Pole without dog sled, snowmobile, resupply, or support. At age 63, she walked 1,600 miles across the Gobi Desert, and in November of last year, she became the first person to walk the entire length of Death Valley alone. Today, Helen and her husband Bill are still walking hundreds of miles in the remote corners of the world, developing educational programs for Adventure Classroom, a not-for-profit organization that inspires K-12 students to explore the world, embrace integrity, demonstrate courage, and assume responsibility for their actions. Please help me welcome Helen Thayer.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the privilege of allowing me to speak here today. And graduates, congratulations, you made it. And I know that some of you, many of you have had to overcome many difficulties and along this road to your degree, but you made it. And now you can look ahead for a future that you will benefit from what you have already achieved. And I'm sure as you traveled your journey, you probably learned a lot of life's lessons that you had not learned before. And for me, I began learning my life's lessons at a very young age. I come from New Zealand, where I was born and educated. And when I was 9 years old, my parents finally, after a lot of pestering, allowed me to start climbing mountains with them. And one of our very close friends, a family friend, was Sir Edmund Hillary, who was the first person to summit Mount Everest. And my parents told me, well, you can start climbing with us. It was to be Mount Taranaki in the center of the North Island of New Zealand, 8,500 feet high, but it was in the wintertime. And they told me, but you've got to carry your own pack. Nobody else is going to carry it for you. And I came from a household that was quite strict on rules, so I knew that would be that. And so, as you can imagine, halfway up that mountain, my 9-year-old legs turned to lead. I was so tired, I could hardly stand. I thought I could not take another step. But my father kept saying, you don't have to climb this mountain in one long step. Just one step at a time will do it. My mother kept saying, now look, don't look backward, look forward. Look at that summit. Visualize yourself standing on that summit. Visualize yourself as being successful. You can do it. Know that you can do it. See that picture. Keep that picture in your mind. And finally, I did stand on that summit, and that 9-year-old little girl felt as though she was the most important person in the entire world at that time. But I'd made it. And those were two lessons that have carried me through, all the way through my education and my exploration in various sports. And then, then I continued to climb mountains. I learned more and more. Sir Edmund Hillary became my teacher, and I learned a lot of technical climbing techniques. And then I decided that I would enter the sport. Well, after having competed in many other sports, I actually represented 3 countries in track and field. And New Zealand, the country of my birth, Guatemala, where my future husband was a helicopter pilot, and then, of course, the United States once I became a citizen. And also won a world championship in kayaking and skiing. But one day I had an idea that I would like to participate in the sport of luge. Now, I don't like to talk too much about my career as a luger because it does put the stamp of insanity on my lifestyle. But it fascinated me, and I thought, now, I would just love to win that national championship. What an accomplishment that would be in that difficult sport. But I knew it would be a difficult road because I gave myself 2 years, and I knew that I'd have to compete against people who are very, very talented, very good at this. And so I'd learned beforehand, now along my road through climbing mountains and sports, that a goal without a plan is simply a dream. So I knew I had to simply sit down and plan this one out. So I planned the next 2 years in minute detail. I knew what I had to do if I ever had a chance of winning this championship. Well, I continued on according to my plan, and yes, it was basically one step at a time, but in reality it was really one crash after the other, and tried to forget the last crash and go on to the next one. And 2 years later, still in one piece, I finally won that championship. And it was a great lesson to me in perseverance. Thank you. But then, of course, mountain climbing was really my first love. So I continued climbing mountains, attacking more technical routes as I did. And then I climbed Mount Denali in Alaska, my first mountain over 20,000 feet. After that, I went overseas and climbed many mountains around the world. And this was my first love was mountain climbing. I just really loved the high altitude and just looking out there in that beautiful, pristine air. And of course, I live in the Cascade Mountains of Washington State, and this is where I was training for all of these endeavors of sports and the mountain climbing. Then one day I decided that, I've got all these lifetime experiences, the things that I have learned, the setting of goals, planning for success, one step at a time, always visualizing myself as being successful, never looking back, always looking forward. And I thought, I need to send this message, give this message in my lifestyle. I need to share it with students, K through 12, in a program I called Adventure Classroom. And up to date, I've spoken to over 1 million children, students, K through 12, in schools, actually in schools since 1988. And it's been a very rewarding journey that I've taken, and this is, of course, is what I intend doing for the rest of my life. But then I decided what should be the first program for Adventure Classroom. So I decided to ski alone to the magnetic North Pole. And of course, I knew that this would be a challenge. I really needed to plan on this one because there was no equipment available. I was really a pioneer of sorts. And so as I bought an Inuit dog who'd been trained to keep polar bears out of the village, to keep the humans safe, because there'd be a large population of polar bears along my route. And so now the plan was there, the goal was there, I knew what I needed to do. But I found that people were so negative. People would say to me, oh, you're not going to make this. The polar bears are going to hunt you down and they'll kill you, they eat you. And then they would tell me, well, you'll fall through the thin ice into the Arctic Ocean and you'll drown. And the one that really got me was, well, you're a woman and you're going alone, you can't do that. And I thought, now why not? First of all, I'm 50 years old, I know I'm a woman, and yes, I can do this alone. There's no mystery here. And so I set out. My family, of course, were very supportive. I set out with my dog, Charlie. I called him Charlie. He walked at my side to protect me from bears. And of course, 7 polar bear up-close encounters later, storms, and yes, I did have to walk across some very thin ice. But finally, Charlie and I made it to the pole. I was unresupplied and unsupported. I'd reached my goal, the first program for Adventure Classroom. Thank you. And then, of course, my husband, who was a helicopter pilot, he retired from flying so that he could join me in my work for Adventure Classroom because we were both passionate about what we were doing, just getting these messages into the kids in the schools via my expeditions. So we decided to take on the Sahara. So we actually walked 4,000 miles through 7 countries from Morocco to the Nile River. And this was indeed a very difficult journey. Our camels carried our gear and our water. And at one point we were kidnapped. At another point we were stood up to be executed. Another time we walked through 600 miles of minefields. We were robbed twice. But 7.5 months later we made it because through all the trials and tribulations we knew that we could do it. We knew that we would one day reach the banks of the Nile River if we could just put one foot in front of the other. And we kept seeing that picture in our minds of the Nile, and we will be there. We told each other this. We talked about the Nile River. We urged ourselves on mentally, even though some days we were so exhausted we were putting in 18-hour days. And so finally we did reach the Nile River, and it was a tremendous victory for us after all those months. We looked like a couple of scarecrows, but we had made it. And then we decided to bring the rainforests of the world into the classroom. So after the Amazon, we went and we kayaked 2,000 miles in the Amazon. And as in all expeditions, there's always some trial and tribulation to be overcome. And at one point, we were attacked by a swarm of killer bees. And this is not a fun thing to happen to you. It is very bad. We were absolutely swarming with these bees. We were being stung. And we've learned that to deal with the problem of the moment, don't deal with the problems that might eventuate, might never happen. The only way to get rid of the bees was to dive into the water. This is where the piranha live. But of course, We'll just have to, we figure the piranha are going to have to wait until later. We've got to deal with the bees first. So into the water we went, scraping these bees off. Finally, we got them off. We have our EpiPens ready because we really needed it by this time. Back into our kayaks, we were able to get ourselves. We were in pretty bad shape. We had to help each other. But the crisis was over, and the piranha didn't find us. So the piranha were good neighbors, at least at that time, anyway. And of course, the Amazon is absolutely fascinating. We were able to bring so much information into the classroom. And then I decided that I need to continue, of course, the expeditions, and I will do for the rest of my life. And last November, to celebrate my 80th birthday, I decided that I would walk the entire length of Death Valley from the extreme north to the extreme south. I would do it alone, and I would haul all my gear and my water on a cart behind me, because there is no water in Death Valley. So I had to plan. Now, talk about planning, the goal. Remember, I told you a goal without a plan is only a dream. I knew that I really had to plan this one. How am I going to get all this water? I only weigh 125 pounds. I was pulling a cart starting weight of 185. So it means I really had to train hard. I really had to be prepared for this. So then I set off. And in the middle of the journey, my day food went bad on me, and I was suffering from food poisoning. I had a temperature of 104 degrees. A ranger found me. He said, "You look like death." I thought, well, thank you for the compliment. Not too encouraging. But he said, "I need to take you to the hospital." I said, "Oh, no, no, no. I know I can fight my way through this," because I knew if I quit, I might not restart. But I knew if I kept putting one foot in for the other and keep thinking about the end result, I knew I could fight my way through this temperature. And finally, for 4 days, what I did was just aim for a place about 100 yards ahead of me. Then I'd get there. Then I'd go another 100 and another 100. I kept going, and I knew I could do this. Then finally, by day 6, the problem was gone. I was well again. I was able to pick up the mileage and keep going. And finally, I did arrive at the end of Death Valley. And so now next year, I'm going back again. Thank you. And I discovered in my work in the schools that children don't know very much about the national parks in this country, which I think is somewhat appalling because they're such beautiful treasures. So I have decided that I will walk the length of every national park in the United States, and I will take the information into the classroom, and you will learn about your national parks whether you like it or not. You will learn because I'm going to go there, and I will bring it to you. And so those are my future plans. So Adventure Classroom, I continue on and keep on going. But I know that you have set your goals and you've made your plans, and now you can look ahead at your life and think about the goals that you want to set in your future. Your education is going to make a big difference. Now you can go ahead. You know that you've reached this very important goal in your life, and you can go ahead and you can inspire others to do the same that you have done. That you can always teach other people, this is what I did. You too can do it, because we're all very special. Every single one of us are special. We're all the same way. We are special. We have special gifts. We have special talents. We just have to find those talents, go after them, and always think of success. Look ahead, never look back. Well, thank you very much for listening to my story. Thank you.
Truly inspiring. Thank you, Helen. And now we have the privilege of hearing from two graduates who kept putting one foot in front of the other. They are Jerlini Perez, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Amanda Chavez, Bachelor of Science in Business Management. Following their speeches, Provost and Chief Academic Officer Dr. Marnie Baker-Stein will confer your degrees. Please join me in welcoming first to the lectern, Jerlini.
I just want to start off by saying that I love the camaraderie here. This is exactly why I love the school. It never felt like an online school. I feel like I've known you guys since I started day one. So, congratulations to us. Good afternoon, graduates. WGU faculty, family, friends. Today we celebrate a huge milestone in our lives that wouldn't be as sweet or in some cases even possible without your love and support. Years ago, my parents immigrated to the United States from the Dominican Republic in search of a better life. Today, I stand in front of you as the first in my immediate family to hold a bachelor's degree. To Mommy and Papi, without your unwavering support, this would not have been possible. I look so ugly when I cry. Wait. To my love, thank you for being the gasoline and jumpstart to my battery for when I would lose my drive. I have walked, talked, lived, and breathed nursing as my career choice, but anybody that can tell you some of the things in life that are most worthwhile do not come without some challenges to overcome. At one point, I almost threw in the towel when I was told by the director of another college, Ms. Perez, maybe you should change your major. I don't think nursing is gonna happen for you in your lifetime. And after I initially walked away from school in tears, collecting myself, I wiped my face and I said, who does she think she is to diminish my dreams? You know what? Challenge accepted. I graduated with my practical nursing certification in 2012, and in 2015, I graduated with my associate's degree. When it was time for me to return to school for my bachelor's, I needed a school that could work around my schedule, not the other way around. And Western Governors University educational approach was a perfect fit. It fit like a glove. Shortly after, I was paired with my program mentor, Tom, and we started on my journey to my bachelor's in October of 2016. I had a great start until May 12, 2017, when I received the call that my father was in the hospital. Once I arrived, I was informed that my dad's life was practically hanging by a thread. For his last 12 hours, I stood by my father's bed in the intensive care unit. I watched as nurses, doctors, and surgeons worked relentlessly and did every human effort to save my father's life. But the injuries he sustained from a 3-story fall in the accident were too great, and as my dad flatlined, I kissed him goodbye. A month later, a disgruntled ex-physician came to the hospital where I work and opened fire, killing a fellow physician while injuring numerous others. My emergency room worked tirelessly to save those injured, and I am so proud to say that I work amongst some of the most talented nurses and doctors who prevented further loss of life that day. Looking back at these two events, I came to a point where I felt lost. For a while, I lost my purpose, I lost my fire, and the desire to complete the educational journey that I started with WGU. At times, I felt like I was drowning, but my weekly check-ins with Tom kept me afloat. The course instructors, and this is a special thanks to Dr. Sharon Brown and Amy Forbes, served as my life jacket at a time in my life where I felt like I could barely keep my head above water, much less breathe. As time marched on, I immersed myself in my work in the emergency room. Patients and colleagues reminded me of why I started this journey in the first place, why I sacrificed sleep, missed holidays, parties, and get-togethers with family and friends, so that I could progress and help others. At some point, I also remembered the challenge that I accepted, how I can almost hear my father's voice in my ear telling me, Yerleni, no way did this family raise you to be someone who gives up. Toward the end of 2017, I was diagnosed with pneumonia and found myself on the other end of the patient care experience. As someone who suffers from asthma, I had to rely on oxygen, IV antibiotics, and round-the-clock asthma treatments just to breathe. While going through this, I realized what kind of nurse I want to be. I want to get all the education that I can from a university whose faculty believe in me even when I didn't believe in myself, and pushed me when I needed pushing. What also helped with this is the WGU Facebook community that made me feel like I was sitting next to each and every one of you who were cheering each other on. Every graduate sitting here today has a vision for themselves. You enrolled in WGU because you wanted to be a better version of yourself. Because the career opportunity a degree affords you will help you provide for your family, contribute to the workforce that makes our country great, and hopefully somehow in the process, play your part in making the world a better place. I'm not going to stand here and tell you that the sky is the limit if there's footprints on the moon. But do not ever let anybody's doubts limit your potential or stand in your path to making dreams a reality. You are the author to how your life is written. Do not relinquish that power to anybody else. Do not ever give that power up. Today is just one of many successful days to come. Armed with our education and experiences, we can push through any challenge thrown our way. Let your knowledge be the light that leads the way. Congratulations, WGU graduates of 2018. Guess what, guys? We did it. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Amanda Chavez, and my WG journey started in 2013, which was the toughest year of my life. Sharing openly about the trials I endured is still tough for me because it was filled as agony as my marriage and world came crashing down. First, my father, hero, and role model was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease. Seeing his health deteriorate before my eyes was devastating. Simultaneously, I was facing my own physical pain at the hands of my abusive ex-husband. Because of that fear, I dared not speak a word from it. Separated from my family in another state, I had married my high school sweetheart and uprooted my life to be with him when he joined the Army. His drug use, adultery, and theft from my personal bank account plagued our marriage. He became extremely violent, possessive, and controlling. In the midst of this, I discovered I was pregnant. My survival instincts kicked in, and after failed attempts to get him help, I started finding ways to get me home. Unfortunately, this would soon prove to be an uphill battle, as my ex-husband depleted my accounts and was keen on seeing me starve. A few weeks earlier, my dad had helped me sign up for a WGU. I had been hiding emails and papers, but this was my shiny beacon of hope. Unfortunately, things do not always pan out as we hope. The first day of my semester, my mentor, Tasha Vodka, called me while my ex-husband was in a violent fit of rage. The call went to voicemail, but as our mentors do, she called back. This time, I answered and broke down and told her of the hell I'd been living through. I'm so blessed to know her because she has been a strong advocate for me since that day. Thank you, Tasha. Next, I garnered enough courage to let my family know. Finally, the Army and my family were able to get me home safely. Penniless, I returned home with one suitcase and my dog. My ex-husband sold my laptop, desktop, my wedding rings, but I felt a mix of bravery, strength, and brokenness all at once. I began to think I would never finish school, but then miraculously, WGU rushed me a laptop and financial services helped me get money for a desktop. The semester carried out, but I was struggling with my mental and physical health. I was pregnant, depressed, suffering extreme migraines, and my own kidney disease diagnosis seemed too much to bear. Worse, my ex-husband held my WGU welcome kit webcam hostage until I would see him. I didn't have any money to replace it, but once again, WGU showed their unwavering support and sent me a new one. I felt as though every step forward was followed by 3 back. My dog that had been with me through my abusive relationship died, and my dad was hospitalized. Each time I was offered a term break, I refused. I needed to stay strong. I had always thought of strength in the physical sense of the word. Little did I know that being strong isn't only physical, but it's also the ability to start over. I decided no matter what the odds were against me or my baby who too had endured the abuse, I was gonna start over. After a difficult pregnancy, my daughter was born. She was tiny, sick, but alive, and things began to look up. I was awarded a restraining order against my ex-husband and full custody over my daughter. My parents and family have been such a blessing with their encouragement and guidance. WGU stood by my side even when society said a single working mother cannot achieve a degree. I'm thankful to have been accepted and refer everyone to WGU. My younger brother is now even enrolled thanks to my referral code. I had lost everything: my job, friends, marriage, money, my dog, my health, my car, my good credit, and everything that goes into a home. I thank God and WGU for turning this nightmare into many blessings. I now have my bachelor's degree, and I married the love of my life, Dallas High, who has shown me how love should be. We have 2 happy and healthy daughters, and I just wanted to share my journey because of my empathy for those like me who come from similar socioeconomic backgrounds or have been rejected or lost everything. I learned that strength is epitomizing by taking back the power and ultimately deciding who you want to be. I know many of you have had your own struggles and obstacles, but today we celebrate the triumph and give thanks for the love and support that helped us along the way. Congratulations, graduates 2018. We made it!
Thank you, speakers. So inspiring. We will now recognize each of our bachelor's degree graduates. Would the candidates for bachelor's degrees, post-baccalaureate degrees, and teacher preparation endorsements please rise, including those of you watching this by webcast wherever you may be. Please rise. Upon the favorable recommendation of our faculty and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the member governors of the Western Governors University, I hereby confer upon you the bachelor's degree or endorsement you have earned, to include the Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Science, or the post-baccalaureate teacher preparation endorsement, with all rights and privileges thereto appertaining. You may just sit down just for a moment. The following are the leaders from each of our colleges who will now present the diplomas to our graduates. Deb Eldridge, Academic Vice President, Teachers College. Rashmi Prasad, Academic Vice President, College of Business. Darren Upham, Vice President, Academic Operations, College of Health Professions. And Elke Leeds, Academic Vice President, College of Information Technology.
Will the graduates from the Teachers College, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Denise Weaver Hoyt.
Hannah Milburn.
Brianna Weiss.
Alexis Stiles.
Caitlin Opp.
Stephanie Newkirk.
Samantha Peterson.
Emily Cox.
Heidi Simpson.
Tashana Norma Maxwell.
Elena Dye.
Kylie Hastings.
Kendall Touchstone.
Garland Reeves.
Tina Williams.
Tiffany Sullivan.
Melissa Brewer.
Clarissa Bridgers.
Tara Greenward.
Veronica Mosby.
Patricia Tobin.
Holly Mattingly.
Hannah Harwood.
Carrie Stidham.
Loida Alba.
Nicole D.
Mary Danielle Pasillas.
Kristen Coker Gardner.
Jennifer Bruggeman.
Jessica Gonzalez.
Angela Nelson.
Christina Salas.
Jamie Weber.
Lindsay Dowd.
Rachel Tomasi.
Brina Valencia.
Tanya Hodgson.
Emily Balls.
Bethany Purdy.
Sarah Hale.
Sarah Bubbles.
Jessica Case.
Christine Simon.
Amanda Luptick.
Erwin Chia.
Aaron Beach. Nicole Poor.
Brittany Gribe.
Danielle Stika.
Amy McNeely.
Mark Kenny.
Ariel Burden.
Denise Gregg.
Tabitha Stevenson.
Charlotte Hansey.
Brianna Frerick.
Sarah Stevens.
Samantha Hirsch.
Samantha Horning.
Stacy Ferguson.
Brittany Love.
Mary Timpson.
Caroline Thacker.
Dorothy Dockstader.
Veronica Borden.
Kirsten Hammond.
Jasmine Sanchez.
Alexandra Simmons.
Jamie Swain.
Tamara Blankenship.
Tony Watts.
Shannon Nye.
Carla Fulton.
Erica Greco.
Nicole Goodwin.
Derek Jordan.
Dana Danielson.
Sarah N. Cullinan.
Lisa Marie Nielsen Brownfield.
Kelly Gillum.
Dawn Holland.
Brianna Brewster.
Sydney Moffett.
Corey Bolf.
Masuda Afzali.
Jonah Barron.
Tracy Weber.
Sarah Leisenfelder.
Aaron Presley.
Mandy Couch.
Johnny Williams.
Mindy Hendricks.
Heather Hartman.
Tammy Eisen.
Mirella Ortega.
Rose Saliger.
Elisa Marcella.
Sarah Pollich.
Robin Webb.
Kimberly Baker.
April Larkin.
Jennifer Len Leenertz.
Genevieve Forster.
Aaron Haynes.
Jessica Radke.
Kimberly Clark.
Camille Paxton.
Kaylee Seachick.
Gail Lavelle.
Karine Olivia Jacobs.
London Freeman.
Lori Fitzpatrick.
Melissa Segesman.
Joelle Sampson.
Alan Byard.
Tracy Braswell.
Laura Nielsen.
Chelsea Ash.
Brittany West.
Cindy Barnett.
Angelica Polito.
Jennifer Pagano.
Tiffany Merriweather Root.
Christina Navoa.
Michelle Davidson.
Mindy Marshner.
Cambry Miller.
Diane Ferguson.
Michelle Summerhays Watts.
Melanie Bartels.
Emma Brack.
Haley Smith.
Kimberly Vance.
Sarah Payne.
Amy Sticko.
Caitlin Kanefsky.
Julie Frank.
Regina Church.
Jamie Harrington.
Trina Evans.
Nicole Jeckham.
Julie Page.
Madison Lewis.
Crystal Lindo.
Andrew Bartell.
Sarah Kornberg.
Amy Feinauer.
Heather Chance.
Lisa Yarbrough.
Gayleen Burr.
Tamara Heron.
Amy Sully.
Amber Elliott.
Clarissa Tovar Nieves.
Maria Hopkin.
Brandy Ushore. Yolanda Lopez. Laura Jeffs. Starla Hershey.
Will the graduates from the College of Business, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Andrew Frank.
Paul Caldwell.
Nathan Summers.
Megan Cantinelli.
Malcolm Wilkes.
Tanya Glacken.
John Roberts.
Tiffany Alexander.
Jordan Jenkins.
Andrew Ellis.
Marcella Bankhead.
Kevin McGill.
Sarah Eckroat.
Lauren Morose Tyson.
Luis Gallardo.
Trish Matthew.
Janelle Hanaike.
Gentry Costin.
Charlotte Vasily.
Amanda Arroyo.
Christy Cuthbert.
Jennifer Berry.
Joshua Bird.
Kimberly Garrison.
Curtis McDaniel.
Diane Baskell.
Lucy Kamani.
Martina Harris.
Thomas Crowther.
Jeffrey Fitzgerald.
Amanda Chavez.
James Brown.
Leah Nicole Carranza.
Michael Almazar.
Karen Peters.
Kylie Carpenter.
Taylor Radke.
Amy Rude.
Signe Olson.
Robin Campbell.
Tracy Bonthius.
Chad Hansen.
Tracy McClune.
Annalie Borner.
Nathaniel Carr.
Jonathan Allred.
Chanel Rusu.
Jenna Lloyd.
Ben Clausen.
Gwen Hamlin.
Joshua Close.
Tori Savage.
Michael Anderson.
Tommy Evershed.
Jacob Barham.
Twanika Joseph.
Aaron Fornelli.
Jessica McDonald.
Candace Nance.
Joy Tackett.
Michael Hansen.
Tiffany Doss.
Dana Hatch.
Lauren LaFave Williams.
Candace Lemmy.
Julie Fountain.
Jennifer Burns.
Cassandra Alexander.
Katie Larson.
Kristen Day.
Joseph Makuda.
Heather Clark.
Casey Bates.
Karen Cano.
Nicholas Lay.
Leslie Madrid.
Riley Keller.
Shannon Emons.
Whitney Price.
Erica Campbell.
Matt Stagel.
Ryan Urout.
Tamara Lehman.
Stephanie Iveson.
Lanisha Walker.
Kathleen Beasley.
Jenica Taylor.
Natalie Jacobs.
Allison Steinkamp.
Jennifer Jocelyn.
Michael Caver.
Sheena Collins.
Shannon Harlow.
Haiti Rojas.
Daphne Roberts.
Julie Lish.
Jesse Rogers.
Diana Temple Haug.
Deborah Walter.
Rebecca Clemenson.
Laurelyn Manibuson.
Michelle Townsend.
Abigail Osorio.
Travis Garcia.
Janita Pinkton.
Roxana Green.
Sequoia Gorey.
Justin Burns.
Miriam Lilly.
Hillary Berg.
Christine Umholtz.
Paige Winchester.
Jennifer Muniz.
Jennifer Galvan.
Carrie Ferreira.
Travis Blake.
Veronica Hadamio.
Stephanie McDowell.
Stephanie West.
Sarah Mickelson.
Jill Matthews.
Benjamin Drown.
Devin Green.
Jada Calderon.
Nicole Turner.
Brianna Cuellar.
Natasha Logan.
Christy Brown Anderson.
James Farrell.
Lawrence Lampietti.
Taylor Reese.
Margaret Wiley.
Amanda Webster.
Maria Clement.
Keith Schnell.
Chandler Coons.
Kay McKenna.
Kelton Abbott.
David Joseph Huntley.
Angela Raleigh.
Nicholas Cibulskis.
Jacob Raleigh.
Stephanie Lamadou.
Stephanie Payton.
Corey Meringue.
Marnie Whalen.
Catherine Stewart.
Andrew Christensen.
Michael Stewart.
Clayton Lelamini.
Crystal Kennison.
Ted Lindsey Brown.
Zachary Wadsworth.
Mohana Alred.
Peter Sherenbies.
Danielle Adams.
Rebecca Owens.
Eugene M. Brannigan II.
Mo Slagle.
Pablo Herman.
Stefan Ferreira.
Kimberly Crossland.
Joanne Timpson.
Kyle Humphrey.
Louise Laumua.
Courtney Rose.
Samuel Hamp.
Troy Humphrey.
Andrea Meeson.
Marcus Herring.
Chad Colfax.
Michael Dubnicka.
Linda Shepard.
Justin Wilhite.
Craig Presses.
Heather Mills.
Dennis Capilli.
James Newman.
Manuel Lopez.
Darrell Smith.
Michelle Lewis.
Audrey Ringering.
Shanita Smith.
Cameron Olson.
Patrick Raymond.
Nicholas Paremo.
Jason Carney.
Caitlin McMinn.
Chelsea Olson.
Jennifer Hills.
Justin Stekira.
Dante Gibson.
Frederick Del Rosio.
Jocelyn Kasupang.
Misha McCurdy.
David Berkovich Amar.
Shani Dews.
Caroline Kerr.
Joyce Somerville.
Jillian Neese.
Angela Gaines.
Kendra DeBoard.
Calcia Cisneros.
Emily Sanders.
Teresa Robinson.
Marco Macias.
Timothy Watson.
Aisha Ajar.
Sarah Connor.
Meredith Anderson.
Daniela Powell.
Matthew Nimick.
Kendra Meekum.
Renee Trisco.
Katie McConnell.
Heather Peterson.
Ryan Hatch.
Casey Tanner.
Joanne Jensen Hatch.
Vanessa Vargas.
Lucia Berdeguer.
Kevin Leoner.
Jennifer Chesley.
Lori Dean.
Sandra Sell.
Tabitha Stewart Hensberry.
John Nishiyama.
Tessa Selch.
Kira Bowen.
John Mertz.
Sarah Silvera.
Robert McGovern.
Eric Shine.
Tyler Merrill.
Martina Khan.
Marianne Sena Edelin.
Deanna Miles.
Laden Perez Kiris.
Amber Golden. Heather Smith. Catherine Salkanovich. Kimberly Zielinski.
Will the graduates from the College of Health Professions, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Iris Lopez.
Mark Guthrie.
Christine Alains.
Maria Ailman.
Margaret Ma.
Lo Wei Chang.
Bonnie Jackson.
Mayrose Miguel.
Amy Panetta.
Ari Lee.
Candice Panetta.
Tanya Kroshuk.
Danielle McEwen.
Camille Andrews.
Alana Mukaya.
Katie Lynn Coons.
Fabian Cabro.
Christina Becker.
Patricia Palomino.
Sarah Dowda.
Yeleni Perez.
Jacqueline Crittenden.
Bonnie Sorensen.
Bridget Cattell.
Janine Southern.
Jennifer Fisher.
John Christopher Guzman.
Alman Agos.
Veronica Vayette.
Diana McIntyre.
Kristen Bridges.
Dominique Austin.
Miguel Giacomo.
Jelaine Wasson.
Dean Trout.
Robert Weezar.
Guadalupe Navarro.
David Martinez.
Vera Loveless.
Patricia Armiel.
Rizalie Burr.
Christina Hulver.
Marcy Celario.
Lindsay Madsen.
Valencia Hill.
Jennifer Froze.
Elizabeth C. Phillips.
Nicole Lepper.
Mary Beth Ibarra.
Donna Momsen.
Sean Bartels.
Marian Flores.
Jenny Shanaski.
Matthew Bradford.
Tina Meredith.
Julie Johns.
Katina Wood.
Shannon Embry.
Christopher Rabadon.
Darren Bonnickson.
Elnan Rodriguez.
Jennifer Bonnickson.
Lara May Rodriguez.
Natalie Bouguet.
Ishana Harrington.
Jenny Summerfield.
Valerie Young.
Terry Klobach.
Joyce Japlet.
Darshell Diamond.
Terry Richmond.
Brandon Charles.
Jennifer Parker.
Melissa Hinkst.
Isaura Runnell.
Raji Kaur.
Irene Foy.
Noma Gachenko.
Derek Sanyang.
Reagan Potts.
Tammy Rich.
Allison Goman.
Sandra Carter.
Emil Pacheco.
Kelly Boyer.
Roselle De Vera.
Jenna Koch.
Dexter De Vera.
Brianna Johnson.
Edwin Meza.
Vivian Huang.
Katrina Chase.
Teresa Meadows.
Lindsay Fernandez.
Sarah Irvin.
Kathy Ebby.
Reggie Barsina.
Rebecca Wilson.
Janelle Shelton.
Lisa Irvin.
Maria Robinson.
Whitney Craig.
Suzanne Vermaten.
Christine Cipolla.
Casey Carson.
Megan McCarthy.
Talisha Hearn.
Courtney Hopple.
Noelle Miranda.
Lisa Hochstedler.
Bettina Kinsman.
Erica Marie Crisologo.
Luann Van Andel.
Heather Bragg.
Joseph Guamboa.
Veronica Gonsalves.
Yamile Diaz Alvarado.
Pamela O'Ching.
Timothy Rizzo.
Jennifer Vernon Gonzalez.
Stephanie DeJesus.
Michelle Wilson.
Robert Petit.
Courtney Pfeiffer.
Lisa Goodwin.
Danita Adams.
Tara Regmi.
Bonnie Colby.
Nicole Suarez.
Deborah Hazlett.
Tracy Wyman.
Shannon Gonzalez.
Kimberly Dietz.
Callie Beckman.
Nicole Plum.
Jerusalem Weldemariam.
April Salinas.
Mary Jane Liu.
Elizabeth Abamina Lete.
Lacey Monyer.
Crystal Bolshire.
Wendy Kramer.
Latrice Harris.
Mila Navarro Moreos.
Belgica Urena.
Lisa Celio.
Mary Lou Kelly.
Elizabeth Hart.
Kelly Ann DeCupero.
Susan L. Mena.
Fabina Escato.
Andrina Hernandez.
Julissa Eberito Sanchez.
Julie Alonzo.
Deborah Tiggs.
Stephanie Chang.
Aurora Juarez.
Jose Manuel Garcia.
Shauna Johnson.
Melanie Wen.
Daryl Lemick.
Candace Biddle.
Maricela Galarza.
Bessie Blanco.
Shanda Gronseth.
Kathleen Figueroa.
Jennifer Jones.
Ann Rossi.
Giselle Stone.
David Trexler.
Sophia Allison.
Sandra Robison.
Charlene Garcia.
Rosalie Reinke.
Amy Masters.
Rhonda Larson.
Michelle Orta.
Stephanie Cicchini.
Tracy Giblin.
Mary Jogu.
Brem Meredith.
Diana Ellsworth.
Serena Lee.
Blanca Anaya.
Mary Jeanette Page Miles.
Kelly Liggins.
Mark McNeil.
Raymond Andreas.
Spencer Larson.
Jacqueline Servin.
Marcia Radzik.
Stephanie Naraha.
Alexandra Esposito.
Nancy Luca.
Erica Troutman.
Shauna Cannon.
Nolani Mankoltam Jones.
Shiraz Bawa.
Carla Silser.
Roberta Henderson.
Laura Slaw.
Manpreet Sandhu.
Isela Viramontes.
Kelly Kep.
Virginia Yamat.
Gail Buradulin.
Lisa Bolash.
Agila Hernandez Ratana.
Tammy Fan.
Ashley Keelis.
Carla Galvin.
Nikki Shin.
Venus McCoy Texan.
Jennifer Jata.
Jody Wooten.
Laura Marie Nares.
Lindsay Stinson. Hugh Tran. Hannah Horsley. Anna Lisa Tadot. Christian Joe Ambray. Josephine Angela Ambray. Joanne Pereira.
Will the graduates from the College of Information Technology, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Carissa Peck.
Christine Sailing.
Christopher Pounds.
Mariah Thomas.
Jonathan Parks.
Jacob Browning.
Lloyd Bowen.
Christopher Lyon.
Alexander Tishinsky.
Daniel Edwards.
Louis Gillian.
Ian A.C.
Daniel Martin.
David Lowe.
Rachel Larson.
Trina Brown.
Stephen Pettit.
Michael Porzio.
Jamie Mier.
Ashley Brown.
Rick Romero.
Justin Darren.
Nathan Sargent.
Sarah Yousefi.
Saxon Lemmy.
Richard Davis.
Julianne Harold.
Ashley Hughes Jefferson.
Sophia Alum.
Albert Godding.
Jamie Brown.
Corey Judy.
Roberto Hernandez.
Christopher Chekai.
Brent Orm.
Mark Jared Spence DeBias.
Cameron Ward.
Burke Woodward.
Dennis Roberts.
Lorena Juski.
Benjamin Woodard.
Sean Trento.
Anthony Raju Kavish.
Jacob Woods.
Kevin Pumphrey.
Abhishek Ganti.
Jack Roloffs.
Jared Miles.
Corey Krakameyer.
Jordan Kamba.
Chad Lewis.
Gary England.
Marcus Heitman.
Daryl Lardizabal.
Daniel Forte Ramos.
Joseph Hannah Shafee.
Paul Henry.
Daniel Berardi.
Alex Bacanali.
Brian Allwood.
Travis Fanes.
Timothy Frank.
Nick Grady.
David Hansen.
Marshall Henry.
Nathan Vaught. John Zweckbronner.
All graduates, please rise. All family and friends, get out your cameras. You may now move the tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations on this. Congratulations on this important milestone in your lives. If you could have a seat just for a minute more. That's right, Suzanne. And all of you, please accept our sincere congratulations. All of us at WGU are very, very proud of you. And we welcome you into our community of alumni, now 110,000 strong. For many of you, earning your diploma is the fulfillment of a lifelong goal. The academic degree you have earned at WGU will open doors for you and allow you to explore new opportunities. But it's important to remember that commencement is not the end. It represents a new beginning. I encourage you to explore your dreams, dare to discover, and follow your passions. Whatever you choose to do, do it as well as you can, and great things will follow. Learning is a lifelong journey and one that is now a habit of both your mind and your heart. I urge you as you continue your journey to reach out to others in pursuit of their dreams. Identify meaningful ways to contribute to your communities and your neighbors, and help us find our way as a united country to a brighter pathway for our children and our children's children. Now, slightly corny, but I have to do this. Let's take one moment and celebrate with a selfie. My 14-year-old thinks this is so corny. Okay, here we go. As you celebrate your accomplishment on social media and at scale, please remember to use the hashtag WGUgrad so we can find you. This now concludes our commencement ceremony. Please remain seated until our graduates have filed out. Thank you so much.